Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we are going to be going over Thieving XP and my little method that I like to use. So let's get to it. So as you can tell, I'm in the East Algerdown market, and my thieving's about 32. Now, if you just want to get kind of a jump start on it, I'm going to list a couple of quests that you can do to get you up to a decent level, so you don't really have to, grind your way all the way to the top. Now, all three of these quests that I completed will help you in the long run, especially for your leveling, and that will include Hazel Cult, the Feud, and Biohazard. Now, all three of these will give you quite a bit of thieving XP, and at the end of the feud, you will get the item known as the Blackjack, and that is going to be from 45 almost all the way to 99. Now, it's going to help you quite a bit when it comes to leveling up with pickpocketing, and there is a little method that you can use with a blackjack when it comes to trapping an NPC in a building. So it's going to be kind of focused on bearded bandits after we get past 45, and I'm going to kind of take you on the journey to level 45. Now, I'm going to be utilizing this method myself in my playthrough, and I personally think it's pretty effective. So I hope this helps. Here we go. So using the silk stalls, they do give out some decent XP, and it's about 23 every time you take from it. And this is a good spot in East Argidone if you really do just want to grind out your, 30 to 45 right here. And there's nothing wrong with that because, RuneScape is a very grindy game and everybody wants to do their skills maybe just a little bit differently. So my method is going to kind of take away from the silk stall almost entirely, and we are going to take ourselves to the island of Korend. And Korend is going to host us until we are of suitable level to move on to the desert. Now, the desert is where we are going to utilize the blackjack in the bearded bandit method. And if you don't know how to get to Korend, I'm going to cover that as well, because originally I really didn't know how to get there either. So there's no shame in that. I kind of just learned just like you today. So, as you can see, you can kind of pick at it, get a couple levels from it, but with the people that keep walking around you, including the guards and the Knights of Argidone, it kind of does become a pain in the behind to just sit here and have to almost train melee while you are doing your Thieving XP. Now, we came to do a Thieving XP video, so we're going to go ahead and find a more lucrative method. So I am going to take us to Korend. I'll see you all when we're at Port Sarim. Alrighty, and we've arrived at the docks, and you're going to go over to Veos, and Veos is going to take us to Korend. So, just want to hop on the boat here and take off. And once we get to the island, we are going to head straight up the dock after we are finished with this dialogue. And it's going to be south, and you see a little fruit right there, right in the center of town. So, here we go. We are going to kind of speed it up here just to get there a little quicker. And I will get back to you guys when we have made it. All right, and as we make it to the fruit stalls, here we are. This is going to be our home for the next couple hours, unfortunately. But there's only 2 dogs here that'll guard you from stealing, so it's not really too hard to get a couple of items, into your pockets without getting noticed. Now, the bank is directly to the west, so it is super, super close, and this is why, in my opinion, the fruit stall is probably the best option up to the level you want. And if you're going a different way, you're following my method, Either way, it's very close. And for somebody that enjoys cooking in RuneScape, it is great for pies, it's great for drinks, it gives you pineapples, strange fruits, bananas, cooking apples, red berries, jangerberries, you name it. So, as you can tell, it carries actually quite a bit of benefit if you just bring yourself over to Corinth. So, going over to the bank, this is kind of just what I do, and I'm sure everybody else kind of does this too when they get to said bank with a full inventory. But let me kill this dog quick, and we'll get to that. Okay, now that we're done with that, and the dogs will not come in the bank, so if you do make it into the bank and you're a lower level, they won't follow. So here we are, and we're just gonna go into, inventory drop, exit out, and go ahead and take your pretty little self back to that fruit stall, because these levels aren't gonna grind themselves, and hopefully you have a lot of patience. Because unfortunately, thieving isn't something that you can boost in any way, unless, you get some gloves, a shoddy necklace. I mean, there's a couple of items that can help you thieve, be more successful. I'm not necessarily sure about XP rates, though. So, I will get back to you real shortly, after we've gotten a couple of levels. Oh, and this is that spot that I was talking about where you can kind of jam him up and you can just keep on taking fruit. And in between thieving, of course, had a couple random events, so I'm just gonna run through a couple. Maybe we'll get an XP lamp, maybe we'll get a costume. Either way, it's kind of a good in-between break between just nabbing from the stall and, of course, might end up with some XP. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but as soon as we get out of here, we did reach about level 38 thieving. So this opens up the avenue to go ahead and pickpocket master farmers. Now you can either stick with the fruit stand method all the way up to 43, but I'm going to be in Draenor. So as soon as we get out of here, I am going to put it, of course, into thieving XP, and away we go. So, now that we are here, we have reached 38, just like I had said. And over to Draenor, you're going to head over into this little area, and I'm sure you're familiar with it if you've ever played RuneScape. It's kind of one of the nice beginning areas, and master farmers tend to catch you quite a bit. And this gentleman that's also following the farmer is pickpocketing as well. And we had reached level 40 doing this, and he had given me a dodgy necklace, which is highly recommended for pickpocketing. It does increase your chance of a successful pickpocket rate. And once we reached 40, we do have the option to go to guards, although we are not going to go to guards, just because this is about getting it quickly to about 45. So then we can get up to about 91. And then 91 to 99 is kind of a little bit different of a method. It really doesn't involve pickpocketing or stealing from a stall. It involves a minigame. So now that we have done that, it's off to Al Kharid. All right, and now that we're in Al Kharid, we are going to head over to Ali Mosaine, and he is going to give us the quest for the feud. Most of the items that he has in his inventory will be helpful for the quest. Whether or not you grabbed everything from the GE prior, we are going to go ahead and talk to him to start the feud quest. And as soon as we start the quest, we are going to start our way to the Shanty Pass. And the Shanty Pass is directly south of the Al Kharid Castle, where you do Prince Ali rescue. So we're just going to go ahead and get a few items. And there you go. I'm going to combine that. And now you have the disguise. I'm going to head south to the Shanty Pass. Get the Shanty Pass from Shanty. Then, go through the gate. And my recommendation, kind of to just bypass the water skins that you'll need for this. I mean, you do need one. Probably just for safekeeping. Just in case I am not correct in that. But as soon as you make your way, you talk to the carpet salesman after you get the Shanty Pass. You hop on this bad boy, and it'll take you all the way to Palvanich. And when we get there, we are going to go talk to Drunken Ali, and he will require 3 beers to talk to him. If you didn't bring 3 beers with you, that's fine. Ali, the barman, will be able to give you 3 for about 2 GP each. So as long as you have 6 GP, you should be perfectly fine. Now, slowly we make our way, and we are here. So once you've reached Polvanich, head straight for Drunken Ali. And he's going to be in the bar, and it's kind of in the center of town. And once we reach him, he's going to rehash a story of all of his drunken endeavors. And we just keep giving him beer. So once we have finished all of that dialogue, I guess he just wants more beer. Okay. And, I'm sorry if I'm skipping through this dialogue really fast. I've done this quest many times on different accounts, and it isn't as important to me as it might be for somebody doing it for the first time, but I'm going to quick run through it just so I can show you from 43 to 45 and how to get the blackjack. Now, you are going to need to complete this quest to be able to finish this method, to be able to get up to 91 without needing to grind it endlessly on Argidone nights. So as soon as we're done with that, go talk to the Camel Man. And this is really just about settling the score between the bandits and the Methanites, or however you might pronounce their name, just so I don't butcher it. Semantics are always best saved for later. So once you get these 2 camels, you are going to go ahead and receive 2 receipts. Now, these receipts will be given to both the bandits and the Methanites, and you are going to want to haggle him for 500 gold coins for each of the camels, and there are the receipts. And you can easily go to a Methanite, and he'll be oddly close. He'll probably be in the purple tent next to Ali the Operator, who's another quest NPC. So once you have done that and head north to town to give the bandit the receipt, they'll kind of say relatively the same thing. We're both unhappy. Now they owe us 10 camels on each side. So we're not going to do that because, we have different methods of getting around that. Now, once you finish talking to those 2, you're going to want to go ahead and go to Ali the Operator and discuss the disagreement that both of them are having. And he is going to want you to steal from about 3 people. And the first one is just fine. You can just go up and pickpocket any villager, and you will successfully do so. And here we go. And alrighty. You are also, on the second villager, going to want to talk to the street urchin and go and pickpocket the villager that has the arrow over him. And that'll be the second one for the quest. And the third will have to be done with the blackjack. Now, once you've hit 2 villagers, you go back to Ali the Operator, and he will give you the blackjack. And there it is. So once you have that, you are going to go into town square, wherever you can find a villager, and go ahead and knock somebody out. Of course, got to equip it first. And then boom, steal from him, and head back to Ali. And Ali will give us a little bit more into the quest, and it kind of is just a big rigamaroo of different stuff that you have to do, because, when is a RuneScape storyline ever straight? So now he wants us to figure out how to steal the family jewels, and once we get to the big house, you are going to want to hide behind the cactus wearing gloves so you can touch the cactus. He'll give you a key to get in the house. You're going to go up the stairs. And instead of searching the whole house like I did, you can just go behind landscape painting. If you search the bed, you'll get a little note that says Fibonacci on it. And that really doesn't do anything for you. So best thing to do, just head straight for the painting. And you are going to run into a safe. Now, the safe has a combination to it, of course. And I'm sure that there is a way to figure that out on your own. But I am not that into doing this whole quest just like that. So I'm going to just give you the combination. And hopefully you can kind of just speed through it. And the combo is going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. And that's 1, 2. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. So this will be 5. And then the last com shall be 8. And boom, the safe opens. And you will receive the jewel that Ali wanted you to steal. Now we're going to go straight back to him. And we're just going to run our little legs off. And this is probably the biggest reason to bring stamina potions with you whenever you do a RuneScape quest. Just because you play Paperboy so many times that the amount of running you do, it's honestly just worth the investment. So there we go, got that. And he is going to be upset that there's a traitor amongst his gang. After you talk to him, he's going to have you kind of investigate, but just go talk to him at the night thug outside, and it'll kind of get into all this different stuff. He will be upset. He'll say Ali the traitor is the reason. You go into the bar, says that he left his glass on the table, and you need to poison him. So this is after you touched or went to the kebab salesman and got the hot sauce, and you put it in the camel trough. And then after all of that, you're going to scoop up the dung in buckets, head to the snake charmer, put 2 coins in his little basket, and then once you have a snake and camel dung, head over to Ali the hag, and she's up on the hill, and she will give you poison. Now, the poison is going to go directly into Ali the traitor's drink, and we will come right back to Ali the operator. After you told him that the deed is done, he is going to kind of direct you to go back outside to then talk to the leader of the gang. Here we are, poisoning the drink. All right. And we shall run back over to the tent. So once we talk to him again, he will have us talk to the man outside, and he will be upset, so he's going to send somebody to come and beat the living daylights out of us. But this is why you want to bring, armor and weapons, because there's always boss fights. If it's not a boss fight, it's a relatively short quest, and it probably won't give you too much. So go ahead and kill this dude right here. And after you end up killing him, you are going to want to go and talk to a villager in the town. And the villagers are going to be upset because now there is an unbalance of power. And after you finish talking to the villager, you are going to want to make your way towards the north side of town. And you can see he's upset because we beat up one tough guy, but not the other one. So we need to go beat up 2. So as soon as we get out of the dialogue, head north. And I thought you needed to go up the hill initially, but you don't. You just need to go back to where you arrived on the magic carpet and talk to the bandit leader. And the bandit leader will have you fight kind of a stronger enemy than the Methonite boss. This bandit is going to be around level 70. He really doesn't hit too high. He's using an adamant scimitar, so just be sure to maybe bring some food if your defense isn't super high or you don't have anything that's going to hit real high. I'm not sure at what level you might do this quest, or if you've already completed it, it'll make your journey maybe a little bit easier. So after we finish him off, just a couple hits. All right, and he is dead. He is absolutely baffled that we just spanked his boy. And then we go talk to a villager again. And the villagers are still going to be mildly upset with you because, it's RuneScape. But you're going to want to go and talk to the mayor. And the mayor will have something positive to say. And he will direct you to go talk to Ali Morrisane, right? So after you do that, you can put on your Ring of Dueling, go ahead and rub it, and put yourself at the arena. And you can kind of just meander on back, right back to Ali, because he is going to be, right where we left him. So he is going to be upset that his nephew didn't come back because he made a more successful business, and he'll give you the reward anyway, and you will have completed the quest, the feud. And this is going to give you 15,000 thieving XP, a blackjack, and some other goodies. And after you hit 45, you don't even need to leave the desert if you're just on a straight track to, 91 thieving. And here it is. And as you can see, we'll go into our skills, 45, and those bearded bandits in Palvanich. Well, I hope this helped you guys out. Go right on back to Palvanich and just pickpocket them till 91. And once again, thank you for sticking around and watching the video. And once you hit 91, you will take yourself to the minigame out in the desert where you're robbing tombs. And that will bring you up to 99. All the best now. Have a great day.